All right. Well, thank you for joining today's webinar. My name's Carl Willis, CEO at Agent Branding and Marketing. And today's topic is Silence of the Agent. What we're going to be talking about is how AI is rewriting local insurance marketing and what you can do about it. And I want to start with something very direct. This is not a prediction. This is not a here's what might happen in the future type of conversation. This is actually a reading of what is already changing. And just to be, how current we are, Google I/O has been taking place this week. They had their initial presentation yesterday, and a lot of what we're going to talk about today are things that they were rolling out in that presentation yesterday. I was on their live stream for their advertising component of that presentation earlier today. And so, what we're going to be looking at today is actually what is taking place even in their rollouts this week. So the gap right now is that most insurance agents are still optimizing their marketing for a version of search that is already disappearing. And that's really what we want to be looking at is so that you're not approaching your marketing from a direction that is already in the rearview mirror. We want you to be looking forward, not behind. And that's the reason for this briefing today. It's to keep you current, keep you forward looking, and to keep you ahead of the curve. So, most agents right now think that they have a lead problem. And the real problem is you're not losing leads, you're actually being removed from the decision because the decision is happening before the prospect ever sees you. You see, most agents think that leads are down because cost per lead is up and ads aren't working like they used to. And that's not actually what's happening. It may seem like that's what's happening, but what is happening is this. You're not losing leads, you're actually being removed from the decision entirely because the decision is happening, like I said, before the prospect ever sees you. So let me break this down for you a little further. Here's what triggered this shift, and Google told us exactly where this is going. In a recent interview with Stripe, CEO Sundar Pichai described the future of search. And what he described was very simple. AI does the searching, AI completes the task, and AI delivers the answer. What he didn't talk about was websites, traffic, or businesses like yours. And that is not accidental. In fact, in Google's I/O presentation yesterday, that theme held current. And in their presentation today on the advertising side, it was much the same. And so, what you have to understand is that search is no longer about retrieval, it's about execution. And that's a mindset shift that you're going to have to embrace and grab hold of. So, what I want you to start to understand is that we're moving from a search to a selection process. Let me simplify this for you. On the old model, someone searches, they click multiple results, they compare options, and they decide. And so that process took time and effort, and you had a chance to win inside that process. There were multiple results to weigh. There were 3 to 5 insurance agents that were being evaluated, and the human picked the winner. Well, in the new model, someone asks a question, AI does the research, AI compares the options, and then AI returns one recommendation, one winner. So your prospect is no longer shopping, they are actually delegating the decision to AI. So here's the core shift. And this is the shift that most insurance agents have not fully processed and don't fully comprehend yet. You are no longer competing for clicks. Let that sink in for a minute. You are no longer competing for clicks. You are competing for selection. Let me say that again. You're not competing for clicks anymore. You're competing for selection. And if AI doesn't select you, you don't exist in that moment. I'm going to say that one more time. If AI doesn't select you, you don't exist in that moment. Here's a real world scenario for you. A homeowner asks the AI agent, find me a trusted insurance agent near me who can quote home and auto insurance this week. The AI evaluates options and returns one agent, one result, not five, not 10, just one result. So let me ask you this question. What happens to everyone else? They were never seen. And if they were never seen, they simply don't exist in the mind of that consumer, in the mind of that prospect, because AI returns one result. So this is what we call the silent loss. And this is why this shift is so dangerous. There's no signal. There's no drop in ranking that you're going to be able to see clearly. There's no obvious failure point. Just no click, no call, no visibility, no awareness. It's not a decline. It's just a disappearance. It's a silent loss. And that's the danger for the agent who is not prepared, who's not looking ahead, who's not taking the right action steps today. See, when we look ahead, when we look at where things are moving today, the root problem is everything you've built was built for humans. And so now it is built for the wrong audience because search is built for machines. Your website, your ads, your messaging is all built for humans. It's a beautiful website. Excuse me. You have catchy ads. Your brand storytelling, your visual identity, it is all built for humans. But search is no longer built for humans. It is built for machines. Machines don't interpret your business the way people do. They don't care how your site looks. They care about clarity, structure, consistency, and trust signals. Let's talk about agentic search. and what that means, because you may be going, well, what exactly is that? I think I understand it, but what does that mean? So when we say agentic search, don't think technical, think practical. What that really means is the AI is doing the shopping. It's not just answering questions, it's running a full evaluation. The AI is doing the shopping that your client used to do. So it is comparing options, it is evaluating credibility and trust, it is filtering out all the other noise, and it is making a recommendation. That's the shift. So the question has now changed. The old question used to be, how do I rank? The new question is, why would AI trust me enough to recommend me? What's interesting is people are still concerned about, well, how do I rank higher? Well, that's the wrong question because you can still rank and still not be seen. The question you have to be asking now is, why would AI trust me enough to recommend me? Everything in your marketing today has to answer that question. Here's where most insurance agents are getting things wrong. AI doesn't see your marketing the same way a human does. It doesn't browse your website. It doesn't feel your brand. It reads your data. And if your business is not clear, structured, and consistent at a data level, you are invisible to the system. Let me say that again. If your business is not clear, structured, and consistent at a data level, you are invisible to the system. That's the real filter. So here are the signals that really matter. And we need to contrast this because what most agents focus on, things like website design, ads, and branding, are not what AI actually uses. AI uses consistent business data, entity signals across the web, structured information, and review activity. That's the gap. And that's what you have to focus on. So here's the big shift in this entire presentation. Your marketing is no longer messaging, it's infrastructure. So this is no longer about better ads, it's about building a system that AI can trust. It's not a campaign problem, it's an architecture problem. It's going to be a really strong shift in your thinking if you're going to be competitive in the days ahead. You're going to have to think differently than you have before. You've heard me talk on previous presentations, and I have for years, about the ecosystem. And here's the reality of the ecosystem. The system is not one channel. It is an entire ecosystem. Your website, your Google business profile, directories, reviews, content, they all have to tell the same exact story. Because to AI, inconsistency is not a small issue. It is a trust failure. And one inconsistency doesn't hurt your ranking, it breaks your credibility to AI. You have to think like the machine. So I want to put a word in front of you, or actually not a word, two words: entity clarity. And the question is, do you exist clearly as a business? So let me bring this down to something simple. Does your business exist clearly? Same name, same address, same phone, same hours, everywhere. No variations, no inconsistencies, no fragmentation. And the truth is, most insurance agents fail at some point, somewhere, right here. And let me get really clear with this and really specific. This means little things like one directory has you listed on street, STREET. Another directory has you listed on ST period. Another directory has you listed at ST. And another directory doesn't list street, ST, or ST period. Those are inconsistencies, and AI counts those as trust inconsistencies. So when we talk about same name, same address, same phone, same hours everywhere, those are the kinds of things we're talking about. Does the phone number have parentheses around it or no parentheses around it? Those are the types of things we're talking about. Review signals. Reviews also change meaning. It's not about having a 4.9 rating, it's about having activity. Are reviews coming in consistently? Are they recent? Because AI is reading. Is this business active? Is it trusted right now? Recency, frequency, consistency. AI is reading. Is this business active and trusted right now? And then we want to talk about structured authority. Can AI clearly understand what you do? Not generally, but specifically. What lines, what services, what locations, what specialties? Generalists get ignored. Clear specialists get selected. So coverage types: home, auto, life, commercial. Services: quotes, bundling, claims. Locations: city, zip, service area. Specialties: niches you actually own. Can AI make those determinations? So the shift is this, and this is a strategic shift, not a tactical shift. We're moving from channels to ecosystem, from leads to market dominance, from traffic to trust. So this is strategic, not tactical. So what should you be doing now at a strategic level? What's the right move? Well, first of all, fix your entity consistency. First and foremost, make sure same thing every place you're listed. Number two, build a complete ecosystem presence. Number three, structure your business data. Number four, increase your review velocity. And number five, track your AI visibility. This isn't about doing more, it's about doing the right things in the right system. And then let's talk about changing how you measure success. So stop obsessing over clicks, rankings, and impressions and start looking at, are you being mentioned by AI? Are you recognized as an entity? Are you being recommended? Because if you're measuring the wrong thing, you will optimize yourself into irrelevance. And you need to assess yourself honestly. And here's how you test yourself. Ask, if I prompt AI for an agent in my market, am I named? And so go out to ChatGPT, go out to Perplexity, go out to Gemini, go out to Grok, and do the prompt. Ask for an agent in your market. Do you get named? Ask, is your business information 100% consistent everywhere? Do you have a strong Google knowledge panel? What does Google know about you? Are your reviews active and recent? These are all real indicators right now. And I'll say this directly, if you fail these tests, AI is already filtering you out silently and without warning. And there's not a metric to flag that. Today's presentation is not a marketing upgrade, it's a change of conditions in competition. And so the agents who understand this early are going to win disproportionately. The ones who wait are going to just disappear quietly. That's the reality of where we're at. Like I said, I've been on Google's I/O presentations yesterday and today. They're rolling this out in real time. The Google Chrome browser is going to have the Spark agent built into it later this summer. The Google Ads platform already has components of the agent built into it, and we'll have more rolling out this summer. Agentic AI search is already here to stay. In my own business, in my own workflow, I use agents daily. My website traffic and browsing has decreased probably 60% in the last 60 days. It's a change in consumer and user behavior. Google's been very upfront. They are turning the Google search box into an agent management system. Search is changing. The way people are going to find you and interact with you is changing. Those who understand this will win. Those who don't will disappear. That's what this briefing is about. So, this is why we operate differently. We're not a vendor that pushes tactics. We operate as a growth partner, strategy driven, AI centric, ecosystem based. We have been for the past several years. We built ourselves for market dominance. We're not a vendor, we're a growth partner. Because in this environment, fragmented marketing in silos doesn't work. It's the easy way to get left behind and not make it. As we wrap this up, I'm going to leave you with this. The agents who win in the next 24 months are not the ones who run more ads. They're the ones who are clear, consistent, trusted by AI, and present before the search ever takes place. The question isn't whether this shift is coming, it's whether you're going to be visible when it does. As we close out today, the question is, where do you already see this impacting your agency? Are you already seeing traffic to your website decrease? Statistics tell us that traffic to local websites is down almost 40% this year. Maybe your visibility has decreased. Maybe you're noticing the effects of AI already. I'd like to invite you to schedule a strategy session with us at Agent Branding and Marketing. If you're not sure what your next step is, we'd love to visit with you. You can do that at agentbrandingandmarketing.com/schedule, or you can call us at 888-572-8758. As always, I want to thank you for joining us on today's session. We'll have another one just like this next time, about the same time next month. And as always, thank you for taking time out of your schedule to join me today. I look forward to talking with you in the near future.